Hey, where the hell did all the American jobs go? How about if I give my 2 bits? Hello, everyone. My name is Paul Inkley, and I am your host, and I welcome you, America. I'd like to take a moment and just make an observation about the youth in America today and how some of them feel like everything should be handed to them on a silver platter. I mean, hooray for higher education. This entitlement attitude is being taught in our universities and in our colleges and probably in our high schools all across this country. Well, that should make you proud, Mom and Dad. Holy shit, we're in a lot of trouble. You know what, America? I want to ask a question, if I could. Why are there no jobs in America? Well, let me ask it a different way. What does this country have to do to bring businesses back to America? Now, should we do what we do, what we do lately and just bitch and moan and whine and say it's not fair that China has all the jobs? Or is this one better? Should we just blame the business owners and just say they're greedy sons of bitches that all they give a shit about is money and they don't give a shit about anybody else? Does that sound familiar? It should, if you're honest. America, it's time for us to start dealing with some hard truths. And the first truth is that America is not a safe place to do business anymore. And damn it, it hurts me to have to say something like that. And another truth is that it's all our fault, every one of us. Our greed for higher wages and even larger benefit packages. And we want this with every job now. And, this is one of the reasons that jobs are leaving America. The truth about our federal government and their high taxes, their never-ending regulations, their greed and corruption, that's the biggest reason so many companies are leaving America and jobs. And I know this is going to piss some people off, but I'm sorry, but unions, their greed and their corruption is another reason that, so many jobs are leaving America. How many companies have we seen close their doors because of, unrealistic demands by the unions? And no business owner is going to take a risk if he or she cannot make a profit. I mean, shit, America, these are not hard things to understand. But this upper 1% that Bernie and Hillary just want to rape and pillage, I'll tell you the secret about them, that happily invest into business and into our economy if they felt like they could get a good return on their investment. And I am so sorry to say, but America in so many ways is not a good investment. But, if you think going after the upper 1% and taxing them at a 95% tax rate is going to work, I have to ask you a question. How much fucking money do you think these people have? That act alone will destroy a very, very fragile economy. Our dollar will fall, and then we'll all be the same. Hooray, we'll all be the same. We'll all be starving, and that American way of life that we all became accustomed to, well, it'll be gone. It amazes me when I see how many people have bitten onto the Bernie and Hillary bullshit. I mean, I don't care for any of the candidates, but my hell, these two are just, dangerous and wicked. And the last thing they give a shit about is the USA. You know what? I don't give a shit if you believe me. You know what? The fact that so many Americans are supporting Hillary and Bernie just shows how far out of touch and how jealous as a society we have become. Now, that's called coveting. That's one of the 10 commandments. And it goes something like, let me see, thou shalt not covet the upper 1%, or their money, or their planes, or their cars, or their houses. Do you get my point? Is there really some people out there that feel like you have a right to come in and take these people's hard-earned money? What a fucked up way of looking at life. That jealousy will come back and bite everybody in the ass. But you know what? You're too angry and too jealous to even know what I'm talking about. America, this election is a shining example of how much this country needs to change. You know what? God lives There is somebody we're all going to have to answer to. And he loves each and every one of us, but he will not be mocked. If we do not change our ways in the United States of America, if we continue to move further away from God and from his Son, Jesus Christ, then freedom will be gone, America will fall, and we will all pay the price for our arrogance and for our wickedness. America, start honoring your Christian beliefs. You know, the Savior loves each and every one of us. He knows our pains, he knows our sorrows, and he knows our joys. And he is the answer to bring peace and joy into your life. And that's a truth that you can count on. You know what? I want to give a shout out to our military, and tell them and thank them for all they do, and ask God to protect them. You know what? Until next time, I am an American and I bid you a farewell. Do 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 do. Hey America, could I have a moment of your time? I would love to tell you about a brand new Western book. The name of the book is Sweet Justice, and it was written by a very talented writer, and his name is Mark Inkley. Mark has always loved the Old West and spent his life learning its history, and then he's taken this knowledge and, man, he's just written one hell of a good Western book. The book takes place in the late 1800s, right after the Civil War. And, you learn of a man, his name is Bill Saunders, and you learn of his struggles and what he goes through to try and prove he's an innocent man, and the demons that still haunt him from the war. I love a book that just grabs your imagination, and I loved every page. You know what? They tell me that there's a link in the description, whatever the hell that means, but America, give it a look. Thanks so much. You're awesome.